Have you dreamt of building a brand new home and you were finding yourself discouraged over the past few years? If so, this video is for you. Today, I am diving into how the new home construction process has shifted. I am talking about 5 major ways new construction has changed and how and why this may be the best time to build and what to expect moving forward. Now, stick around until the end as I'm going to share with you a list of builders that have inventory and also a list of some new developments coming our way. So let's get started. Hi everyone, I am Lisa McBride with Sarasota Neighborhood Experts. I'm your local neighborhood expert, and if you find my channel helpful, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that bell button so you're notified when I post new videos, and also leave comments below and share your thoughts. If myself or my team can be of help, give us a call. We love hearing from you. New construction as we head into fall 2022. I am so grateful that it has shifted, it's changed, and the process is completely different than during the height of the pandemic. Now, if you were like many buyers who love the thought of building a brand new home, well, one, because it was almost impossible to find a great resale home, and two, you wanted to make it your own and customize a little bit, I think we're in luck now. Over the past 2 years, new construction prices and processes and everything have gone a little crazy. I have to give a little shout out right now to the builder reps because they worked really hard in a crazy time, and they've always been very helpful to work with. And so I do want to acknowledge that because they had a tough job telling buyers over and over again that they didn't have homes to sell and that the lot prices keep growing, and it was crazy. So saying all that, let's get back to exploring builders and new construction options. So many times in the last 2 years, I would take my buyers into models only to be told there is a 6-month waiting list, or they cannot tell you when a home is going to be built. They could not tell you how much a home was selling for or what the lot costs were. And also, many times you were told you get zero ability to customize anything in your home. Now, most people love the thought of having some input when building. You know, and whether that's modifying a bedroom into a den, adding a pool bath, extending a lanai, or adding coffered ceilings, these are all structural options that go into a home. Not to mention the design choices such as flooring, countertops, lighting. And those are all things most buyers like to have some input on. Unfortunately, over the past 2 years, these options, well, for 90% of new construction, were taken away from the buyer. And so I am happy to report that although not 100% back, many builders are now able to sit down with our buyers and go through these options to at least semi-customize a home so that it truly feels like your own. The next thing I want to talk about, the number 2 thing that's really significant and different today than it has been, is lots. Now, bidding on lots was drama filled. And if you talk to any builders, most of the times they were releasing lots and then the lot would go to the highest builder. However, we didn't know what the lot costs were. I mean, builders might say the base price of the lot was $120,000. However, after the winning bid was accepted, they never came back and said to us, oh, the winning bid got it at $150,000 or $200,000 or $400,000. We never knew. So when the next lot came up, we didn't know, should we bid $150,000 or $500,000? It was crazy. It was unbelievable. It was a little scary to know what you're getting into because that was the lot cost. And obviously, if the base price is $600,000 for the home, you could be paying $750,000 or $1 million. So keep in mind that this has changed and it's a really good thing. Now keep in mind, during the crazy times, builders were raising the base price of the home and lot prices almost every 2 weeks. So they would set new prices on Fridays and then release 2 or 3 homes, and it was first come, first serve, or they would go down through their waiting list, or it was a bidding system. We never really knew, and it changed all the time. So now we know a lot more about what's coming available and what's going to happen. Of course, there is still the material cost that has risen. Now it's flattened out a little bit, but also labor cost is probably the biggest unknown right now, and just the amount of labor. Most builders will tell you they would love to be able to release more lots and get things done quicker. We definitely are not seeing the 6 to 8 months for custom home builds anymore. It's more like 12 months. But again, that is primarily due to labor shortage and not so much that the builder cannot get the inventory. The number 3 biggest difference that is happening today compared to the prior year or 6 months is builders are now sending us regular updates. Every day I get an email from a builders sharing their new incentives or possibly a list of inventory homes, or they're reaching out to us to follow up with potential buyers that have registered maybe 6, 7, 8 months ago. They're telling us about flex spending money. They're talking about buying down interest rates. They are definitely reaching out to us, and it's so fun to see. Now, one thing I do want to add here though is, although we are seeing lots more inventory, there are still a few home builders such as Coulter Homes that is building out Artistry and Crestwind. They're still on waiting lists. They're on waiting lists though because they have a smaller community, they're building larger homes, and it's a little bit more customized. So of course there are still variables in this market. There is not just a hard and fast rule. And although we have seen price drops for resale homes and cost of goods going down, I don't want to tell anyone that all of a sudden the price of new construction is dropping significantly. We're not seeing huge price drops. We are seeing incentives and upgrades and things like that. So for instance, a lot of the builders pay points to pay down the interest rate. And this is significant because as we were all so worried about our interest rate, if the builder is willing to pay $10,000, $20,000 to pay down a rate, this could save you not just $10,000 off the price of the home, this could save you $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 off the life of the loan. So keep that in mind when you're negotiating with the builder, which you can do now. Also, speaking of negotiation and incentives, what we're seeing now is that a lot of builders are offering incentives for upgrade allowances. For instance, if you're going to customize the interior of the home with flooring, cabinets, countertops, they may be offering a $30,000, $40,000, or $50,000 upgrade allowance, or pay half of that cost. So there's a lot more flexibility, which is fantastic. Now, one of the builders that has the most flexibility is D.R. Horton. And I know I talk about D.R. Horton being our baseline model. However, there's nothing wrong with getting into a starter home like this, specifically if this is your second home or you're a snowbird or somebody young just trying to get in it. There are brand new homes, they have great layouts, and I think to get started in our area, it's a great way to get your feet wet, see if you like the homes or the locations, and definitely get a brand new home. Also, they have the most flexible pricing right now and the most inventory. So I think we're gonna see a lot more flexibility with D.R. Horton Homes. Now, the number 5 thing that has changed in the last 6 months is some of the builders are now again adding pools in their final build out time. So for instance, Neil Homes, Pulte Homes, they're all including pools if you would like that feature. Taylor Morrison has not yet added the pool feature back in. And of course, some of the higher end builders will put pools in. So it's nice to see that this is getting back to a little bit more normal. Now, as far as inventory home that I said, there's a lot more inventory. Most people, most builders have at least 2 or 3 homes that will be ready in the next 60 to 90 days. So we're starting to see a little bit more inventory. Very few have that home you could move into in 2 weeks, but it's still much better than it was. Now, some of our areas that are brand new that you need to know about is Palmero by Taylor Morrison. This is a little bit smaller subdivision. It's not getting the same hype as perhaps Sky Ranch is getting or a Talon Preserve, but they feature a number of townhomes. So again, townhomes are great for young buyers or empty nesters that are moving to the area to check it out. And this location is very close to Nokomis Beach and Siesta Key. So check out Palmero by Taylor Morrison. Also, Casilla and Esplanade at Sky Ranch are beautiful. Now, everyone always asks me about Waterside, and Waterside is definitely growing and expanding. And I'm so excited to share with you that coming in 2023, there will be a number of new subdivisions in Waterside. For instance, Neil Signature Homes are building a subdivision. MI Homes are having a subdivision being built. Pulte is bringing in their next or second subdivision out at Waterside. Not to mention David Weekley will have a subdivision out at Waterside. Also, outside of Waterside, we are going to see that D.R. Horton and Neil Homes have some new subdivisions coming. And I'm hearing little rumblings about another Del Webb that's about ready to break ground, not too far from us. So lots of new construction coming our way. Now keep watching because I'm going to post new videos about new construction going into 2023. One last thing I want to share, not all builders have inventory, as I said at the beginning. Not everybody is just being able to customize homes, but in general, it's much, much better. So if you'd like more information on new construction, watch this video next about how I rank the home builders in our area. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, take care.